Hello students, today we will study about how we resolve the ambiguity in inheritance. Okay, ambiguity is actually it's a case where we are using same function, maybe it's a parameterized or simple, but with same name also we are using in the base class as well as in the derived class. Okay, and when we'll create a object of derived class and we'll call by using the dot operator, then it raises an error that which function it is going to call, either from the base class function or of the derived class function. As in the inheritance we have seen that if we create an object of derived class, then by using that object we can call the function or the data members of your base class. But if the function is name as same, function's name as same, then which function it will call when we will use dot operator. Okay, I will explain it with an example. So this type of case is called as ambiguity. It raises an error of confusion. It confuses the compiler. Okay, so I have write this here. In some cases, when a function with the same name appears in more than one base class, okay, more than one base class, or according to also it can be used in case of derived class. Okay. So let's see an example, then you will better understand it. Okay. Okay. So here in this example, I am using two classes. One is A, another one is B, and B is derived from A. Okay, and this display function is used in the class A and as well as in class B also. Okay, maybe content same or content is different, that doesn't needed, but the name are different. Okay, so when in the main function we'll create this object of class B, and will call B dot display. But in inheritance we know that by using the derived class object we can call the base class object, sorry, base class functions. Okay, but when we will call this display function by using the object of class B, then the compiler will be confused. It will get confused that which display function it will call, like the display function of B or the display function of A. We want to call the display function of A, but if we will write this, maybe sometime it will call the function of derived class B. It will get more priority. It will give more priority. So it will execute the display function of B. Okay, but if you want to clarify that we have to call the function of class A, then what we will do, we have to use this type of format. Okay, the syntax is object dot operator and your class name, then scope resolution operator, then function. Here the difference is we are using this concept, only this much. In this line and this line the difference is this. Okay, so that we'll better understood that this display function is belongs to the class A and this display function is belongs to class B. So when we will call the display function, here it will execute the display function of class A and when we will write b dot class b scope resolution operator, then function display, then it will display or it will execute the function of class b. Okay, so you have to remember this syntax. Okay, the object and the class name, then scope resolution. Here we are using the scope resolution operator. Okay, as we know, the scope resolution operator is used to assess it. Gives the scope to anything, the functions or the data members. Okay, so when we are assessing the functions, then we will use the scope resolution operator concept. Okay, along with the class name. Okay, so if we will write this format, then it will display the function of the class of A, and this will display function of B. Okay, so in this way you can use same function in more than one classes, but the case is inheritance. Okay, when inheritance concept is applied, then this ambiguity will arise. Okay, but if we will not use the inheritance concept, then there is no problem. Okay, let's class A is one class and class B is another class. Okay, and the display function is of class A, and also it is used in class B. So by creating the object of class A as well as class B, we can call the display function. If we will create it another object like A, then A dot display function. Okay, by using this concept, okay, you can easily call the function of base class. Base class. But the inheritance concept says that when one class is derived from another class, then by creating the object of the derived class, we can call the function of the base class. Okay, but the case arises or the confusion arises when the same name or same function is used in both the classes. Okay, so in that type of case, in the ambiguity cases, we will use this type of concept, the scope resolution operator with the class name concept, so that it will distinguish between which function we want to call. Okay, so in this way we can easily resolve the ambiguity or resolve the conflicts, the confusions of the compiler. Okay, so this will be the output. First class B display function is executed, then class A, then class B. Okay, it's all about the ambiguity resolution in inheritance. In the next video we will read about virtual base classes. Okay, then thank you.